So as we were doing yesterday, this question, we have discussed both the methods, non-argumented function with return value and without return value. This was with return value. This was the with return value, non-argumented function with return value, where we have returned the answer. So what is the basic difference? How to do any question by non-argumented function with return and without return value? Okay, I will tell you one special easy technique. How to do any program by using non-argumented functions with or without returning. Simple. I'll tell you one simple, very simple process, very simple process for this. Just 2 points you have to remember. 2 points you have to remember. When you want to do the program by using non-argumented function without returning, then you have to print the result within that function only. Result means, suppose that if you are finding sum of 5 numbers, the sum of 5 numbers will be printed by the function only, within the function only. If you are finding largest from 3 number, then also largest number will be printed within the function only. If you are finding factorial of a number by using non-argumented function without returning, so you have to print the answer there only, because we are not returning anything. We are not returning anything. Now second thing is same. When you want to do the program by using let me just copy it. When you want to do the program by using non-argumented function with return value, जो return करता हो, when you want to do the program by using non-argumented function with return value, then we can print the result there. It's optional actually. You'll understand when I will do the program. It's optional, but result will be returned by that function. Result will be returned by that function. Okay. So these are some theoretical 2 points. Now you will understand in very easy manner that what exactly I want to convey. So I will do 2 simple questions by non-argumented function with or without return value. Then you will be able to do any kind of question by using non-argumented function. Fine. Okay. Let's do one question I'm just giving. Write a program to create a function. Always remember, the question may or may not specify whether non-argumented or argumented. In that case, it's up to you. Or in certain situations, you have to choose argumented or non-argumented. It all depends on the situation. Right now, we are just learning. Then you will be able to understand under which situation you have to apply which function. Write a program to create a function which finds the, suppose, factorial of a number and print it there. Write a program to create a function which finds the factorial of a number and print it there only. Fine. So we all know that right now we are doing by non-argumented function without returning. Factorial logic you all know. What is the factorial? You all know about the factorial logic. Suppose if 7 factorial you want to find, 7 factorial, then 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5 into 6 into 7, we have to do this. Or you can multiply in reverse order also. 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Both will give the same result, because factorial is nothing. It is the product of 1 to that specified number. If number is 7, then 1 to 7 you have to multiply all the numbers. Or 7 to 1 you have to multiply all the numbers. Now you all know the logic of multiplying. What we can do, we will use a loop which will run n times. We will use a loop here which will run n times. Of course, loop will generate number from 1 to 7. Then what we will do, you all know how to find the product of series. You all know how to find the product of series. That means we will take one variable outside the loop with value 1 and we will multiply the loop variable with that p. That means p equals to p into I. If we write p equals to p into I within the loop, then what it will do, it will multiply the loop variable with p value, At last, it will give the result. Okay, let's see. First of all, function definition. Def, name of function is factorial only because we are finding factorial, non-argumented. Okay. What we have to do, we have to find the factorial of a number. So first of all, we will enter the number. Of course, this is the first step, that we will enter the number. Enter a number. Okay, entered. Now we have to run a loop because we want to find the factorial. Let me take one variable. I'm taking fact equals to 1. You can take p also, it's up to you. You can take any name for variable. Fact is variable whose initial value is 1. Now we will run a loop for I, any variable you can take, I in range. Here 1 comma n plus 1. This you all know that this loop will generate 1 to n numbers. And now what we have to do, we have to simply multiply the numbers of loop variable, the values of loop variable with fact. The formula will be fact equals to fact into I. Fact equals to fact into I. I will trace this by using visualization of execution so that you all will be understood. So now factorial is calculated. Just after the loop, you have to print. Do remember, inside the loop, don't print. Because if you put the statement inside the loop, then it will be executed again and again. Factorial is fact. You can take any variable. Now here, I will just call the function. Now in this program, I'm not writing. What is that? The program starts execution here, program ends execution. Now it's not needed. Now it's not needed. Do remember, this line is non-intended. Non-intended. Do remember. Fine. So let's trace this. Let's trace this by using that website. Now you will understand more properly. You will see each and everything. You have to adjust the indentation. Okay, fine, adjusted. That's it. This program is written now. I have to visualize. Now you will understand the loop also, how the loop is traced by using this website. You can easily trace. Okay, let me click on next. As you see, factorial name is created and is bounded with the factorial function. Fine. Program will start execution from line 7. Okay. Line number 7 will execute, then control will move to the function definition. Next, function gets called, control is moved to the factorial function. Fine. It is asking for number. Suppose let me write 5. That means here we want to find the 5 factorial, which is 120, because 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, it will do. Submit. Just see, one variable is created here. You can easily trace. I don't need any kind of whiteboard. N is 5 here. Fine. Next variable gets created. Fact is created with value 1. Fine. Now this loop will run n times. It will generate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up to 5 it will generate. Okay. Just see now. I is 1 initially. You can easily see that loop variable is created with value 1. Both are pointing to same value. That's what arrow is, with one value only. Arrow is pointing, both the arrows of fact and I are pointing to 1. Why? Because both are storing same value. No problem. Now fact equals to fact into I. Just see what is the value of fact. 1. What is the value of I? 1. 1 into 1. 1 हो गया. So fact will remain same. No change. Because 1 into 1 क्या होता है? 1 only. No change. Oh, just a minute. What I have just there is a problem in this code because I have printed the factorial inside the loop. I have printed the factorial inside the loop. So I have to just edit this code because this is the problem of indentation. Okay, fine. Now it's okay. Now this is fine, because what will happen if you will put this inside the loop, then again and again it will print, and we want the factorial to be printed at the end of the program. Fine, no problem. Let me execute again. Name gets created, factorial called, number is input now. Number is input, fine. Let me enter 5. Okay, submit. 5 is created. Fact gets created easily, super easy understanding by this website. Now I will be created with value 1, fine, because loop is running first time. Now fact equals to fact into I. Fact is 1, I is 1, 1 into 1, 1. चेंज नहीं हुआ क्योंकि दोनों ही 1 है. अब देखो I की वैल्यू क्या हो जाएगी, नेक्स्ट वैल्यू ऑफ रेंज 2. देखना समझ में आ रहा होगा, I2 हो गया. सुपर इजी वेबसाइट है, सुपर अमेजिंग वेबसाइट. I is 2 now. Now fact equals to fact into I. फैक्ट में कितना है 1, 1 into 2 कितना हो गया 2. कहाँ स्टोर हो गया, फैक्ट में. फैक्ट 2 हो गया, I भी 2 था. नो इश्यूज, बोथ आर पॉइंटिंग टू सेम. This is actually optimization technique of Python. Do remember, this is optimization technique of Python. Why to create two values if both are pointing to same? Fine. Next value of I will be 3. Just see here. I is 3 now. This will execute now. 2 into 3, 6. कहाँ स्टोर हो गया, फैक्ट में. देखो फैक्ट हो गया 6, I अपने पास 3 था. वापस से लूप के पास गया. नेक्स्ट वैल्यू ऑफ लूप विल बी 4. देखो I is 4. Understood? Now again fact equals to fact into I. 6 into 4, 24. See it. Fact will be now pointing to 24. Now next time loop will execute. I will increase. I is having 5 value. You just see the direction of array. Direction of arrow. Both are pointing to same. Why? Because n is already pointing to 5. So I. It's just about understanding that in Python there is a optimization. When variables are pointing to same value, it will not create the separate space for it. Again fact equals to fact into I. 24 into 5, 120. Who execute? Next value of I, it will not generate. Why? Because loop is ended now. Because 1 to 5, loop ended. Fine. Now this will execute. Factorial is 120. Return type is none, of course, as you all know, because this is non-argumented function without returning. Non-argumented function without returning. That is the reason it is not returning anything, and by default none is there. Now after this, finish, done, running, and it is printing the value 120. Super easy technique, simple technique hai. Just write the code and print it there only, that we know. Okay. So this question we have done by using non-argumented function where the result will be printed within the function only. Fine. Now let's do the same question with return value. Let's do the same question with return value. Okay. I am just writing next question. The same thing. Question number 2. You will see it's super easy. Create a function which finds the factorial of a number and returns the result. And returns the result. Do remember in examination or any kind of suppose competition, if you are solving any kind of quiz also for programming, they will never mention, generally they will never mention that whether returning, non-returning, argumented, non-argumented, it's up to you only. You will understand the non-argumented once I will be doing it. Okay. Just see now how to do this. Let me share it. Okay. The function will remain same. Of course, code will remain same. Instead of printing, what I have discussed, the two simple points, when you want to do the program by using non-argumented function, when you want to do the program by using non-argumented function without returning, then print it there only. And with return value, then it's up to you. If you want to print, you can print also, but make sure to return the result. But result will be returned by the function. What is the result now? Result means the question which you are doing by function is based on factorial finding. That means you will return the factorial. Generally, printing is not done within the function. They generally result the return fact. What is the meaning of return fact? Return fact means it will return the result back to the function. It will return the result back to the function. So now here You can store it in some variable. Suppose I am taking one variable f equals to factorial. I will just trace this, and then one or two question we will do again. Factorial is, you have to understand simple process. Whenever you are doing question by non-argumented without returning, print it there and simply call the function. And if you want to do the question by using non-argumented with return value, then you have to return. Always remember, if you are returning the result, of course result will be returned over here only. So since you have returned the result, you should store it. Otherwise, how will you manipulate it or how will you print it? Without storage, you cannot directly print. Then you have to call the function within the print, that I will also discuss. So always remember, when you are returning, that means you should store in some variable. You should store in some variable name equals to function calling, and then it will be returning. Okay, let's just trace this so that you will understand it more properly. One tracing diagram I've already discussed yesterday. Now this is again with the help of the website. Let's trace this also. Very easily you will be able to understand. Instead of printing, I am just writing return fact. Why I'm returning fact? Because fact is the value of factorial which you have calculated. Now since you are returning the answer, so where it will be returned? It will be returned to the function where the function gets called. जहां पर अपना function call हुआ है वहां return करेगा. कहने का क्या मतलब है? जहां से आए हो वापस वहीं जाएगा. What is that scenario? Simple thing. If you turn on the switch, स्विच को टर्न ऑन करने पे क्या होगा? करंट कहां जाएगा? उस डिवाइस के पास. सपोज फैन इज कनेक्टेड, तो फैन के पास करंट गया. बंद करा तो वापस से कंट्रोल कहां आ गया? स्विच के पास में. स्विच के पास में वापस से अपना कंट्रोल आ गया. दैट मीन्स कंट्रोल इज मूव्ड बैक टू द फंक्शन कॉलिंग with return value. Function is returning you the value. You can store it in some variable. Let me take f. It's up to you. You can take any name and then print its value. 3-4 questions once we will do. You will be able to understand whole process. Factorial is f. Okay, let's see this now. So very slowly we are learning because function is most important thing. That's what we are taking time. Okay, fine. Again, same thing. Click on next. Name gets created. Do remember, you have to treat it like expression. Always remember, you have to treat the line number 7 as expression. And अगर ये expression है, तो expression में क्या होता है? Right hand side पहले solve होती है. You all know. You just take it like C equal to A plus B. अगर एक्सप्रेशन C equals to A plus B है तो क्या होगा? पहले A plus B solve होगा and then transfer किस में होगा? C में. Same thing, you have to take it like expression. So first of all, this expression is a function. So function will be called, result will be returned. Whichever result will be returned by the function gets stored in the left hand side variable. Take it like expression, then you will be able to understand it properly. So expression is called, that means function is called, cursor will go to there. Okay, now one by one same thing will do. Of course we know answer will be this only. So I will just quickly call next, again next, again next. You can see that loop is running. ये कर्सर बार बार ऊपर जा रहा है. लूप इज लाइक अ साइकिल ओनली, बार बार ऊपर. नेक्स्ट नेक्स्ट नेक्स्ट, फाइनली 120. Now loop will be terminated. It will reach to line number 6. See this, क्या लिखा हुआ है? फैक्ट को रिटर्न कर दो, वापस कर दो फैक्ट को. इट्स जस्ट लाइक एटीएम मशीन आपको रिटर्न कर रहा है स्लिप. स्लिप रिटर्न करोगे तो आप किसी को उसमें होल्ड तो करोगे ही ना भाई. सिंपल सी बात है, अगर एटीएम मशीन आपको स्लिप वापस करती है तो आपको उसे कहीं ना कहीं होल्ड करना पड़ेगा. हाथ से निकाल लेते हैं अपन, हाथ में होल्ड कर लिया. यू कैन हैव एनी काइंड ऑफ थिंग. सपोज ट्वीजर अपने पास में, ट्वीजर, उससे आपने होल्ड कर लिया. कोई भी प्रोसेस, यू हैव टू होल्ड दैट. होल्ड करा. सी दिस रिटर्न वैल्यू 120 बिकॉज फैक्ट लिखा है मैंने. वेयर इट विल बी रिटर्न, जहां एक्सप्रेशन लिखी हुई है. एक्सप्रेशन इज फैक्टोरियल फंक्शन. तो रिजल्ट विल बी रिटर्न टू दिस प्लेस, दिस. दैट मीन्स 120 विल बी रिटर्न हेयर. See now, f gets created. Easily see, you can see f is created and then 120 is stored in f also. 120 is stored in f. And what it will print? factorial 120. Super easy, very easy. I will just discuss 2-3 examples, then you will be able to do any kind of question by these two super easy methods. Fine. Okay. Now let's quickly do 2-3 questions so that we can understand how can we easily do all the questions by using non-argumented return, non-argumented without return. Fine. Write a program to create a function to find largest from 3 numbers and print it. Right now I'm mentioning that print it. And question 4, write a program to create a function to find largest from 3 numbers and return the largest value. Okay. In this question though, it is already understood that function non-argument we will be using without returning and with returning. Super easy. Now see. Same thing. You have to choose one name. Of course, I will take largest name. Since it is a non-argumented function, brackets will remain blank, empty. Fine. Now you have to enter 3 numbers. Of course, you will be entering 3 numbers. A equals to int input. Enter number 1. Okay. Now I will just copy it 2 times. B equals to C equals to and enter number 2, enter number 3. Now, as you all know how to find largest from 3, we will use the ladder if. That means if elif. How can we do? A greater than B and A greater than C. If A is greater than B as well as greater than C, then number A is largest. If it is false, then you have to only check B and C. B greater than C, then B is largest, and at last else C will become largest. Simple thing. If else you all know. Simple if else we will be using. I'll not be using nested because this question can be easily done. If A greater than B and logical operator A greater than C, simple. Then max equals to A. Let me write max here. Max equals to A. Okay. Else elif. If this condition is false, any one out of these conditions is false, that means in that case A will not be largest. So only 2 numbers can become largest, B and C. So simply compare B with C. B greater than C. If this condition is true, then max equals to B. I am taking variable. And at last, if A and B both are not maximum, then who will become maximum? C only. So max equals to C. Now without returning, print it. Simple print. Largest value is comma max. Super easy. And here you have to call the largest function. Simple. Simply we have to call the largest function with its name and without specifying any value. Only simple thing is that you have to understand logic. That means loops and conditional statement. You should understand list, tuple, dictionary, string, because we will be doing questions very soon. Fine. So let's just trace this question. Very quickly I will trace this question so that you all can understand. This question is actually self-traced question. You all know how the things will be done. Just a minute. Let me copy this. Okay. And now I will be. Okay. Indentation little bit disturbed. So you have to make sure indentation should not be disturbed. Fine. Let's see now. Visualize it. Again, next, one name gets created globally. The function is attached. Next, largest function gets called. It is moving to the function. First line, enter number 1. Suppose let me enter 90. Submit. Fine. Now second line, second input, let me enter 34. Okay. Next number is created with 34 value. Again, next line, let me enter 67. So 3 numbers are created. What it will do? A greater than B as well as A greater than C. See it. 90 greater than 34 as well as 90 is greater than 67. Condition is true. Both the conditions are true. That means this will execute. This cursor will move into line number 6 because both the conditions are true and none of the other conditions will be checked. And always remember, after executing line number 6, cursor will directly move to the line number 11 because it will not check rest of the part. See it now. You can visually see it. Max executed because condition is true. Now max gets created. It is pointing to the largest value 90 and none of the conditions are checked afterwards because first condition is true. We all know none of the conditions will be checked. So now it's all about printing. Return none, as we have not returned anything, and largest value is printed. And after this, control will move back. Largest value is 90. Simple, super simple है. कुछ भी नहीं करना, कोड लिखो, प्रिंट करो विदाउट रिटर्निंग में. रिटर्न वाले में वही काम करना है, कोड लिखो, डोंट प्रिंट, सिंपली रिटर्न. Don't print, simply return. So what will you do? The same question, like I am just making it. The same question, I will just copy the code and what I will do, you have to remember the same thing. You just remember it like a blueprint कि ये एक blueprint है. Return करना है, हटा दो इसको. Generally print नहीं करते. Return क्या करते? Max. Return कर दिया max. And now since largest function is returning a value, so it's better to store it. Let me take a equals to, you can take any name, even you can take max also. There is no relation with these variables. These are separate variable of function and these are separate variables. So I'm taking m. Always remember, always take new name instead of confusion. M equals to largest and now print it. Largest value is stored in m. Largest value is comma m. Fine. Okay. Let's just trace this also. Only thing we have to do it here, cut it, return max, store in some variable and then print it. Super easy. Largest, okay, largest value is comma a. Again same thing, visualize it. Let's just trace it. Okay, function will be called as an expression. Once the result will be returned, it will be stored in variable a. Executed. Let me quickly enter the number 56. Okay, 67 and I am just entering 34. Okay, see it. Now first condition is tested. 56 greater than 67 false. We all know AND operator will not be evaluated if one of the condition is false. Result will remain false. Condition is false. It will not execute line number 6. The cursor will move to the next condition. That means elif. See it now. Directly moved. You all can easily see. B greater than C. 67 greater than 34. Condition is true. That means line number 8 will be executed. See now. Max equals to B. And after it, cursor is moving to last line. Max is storing the 67 largest value. Cursor returned. And now return max, where it will go? In the a variable. Because function is called here and treat it like an expression. Return value 67. Now a is pointing to the returned value, which is returned by the function, and at last it is printing. Largest value is 67. Simple. Very simple. Okay. Now, as you can see, this example was super easy. Now, let me discuss one more technique. One person is saying, I don't want to store in a variable. I don't want to store. He is simply writing in that manner. Now, the problem is that since the person is not storing the result, how can you print it? How can you print it? Simple. You just treat it like mathematics. Treat it like equation. Treat it like equation. Let a equals to largest. That means wherever a is there, in afterwards, you can substitute largest. You can substitute the largest function wherever a is placed. So simple. Instead of here, you can call it inside the print function. This is also applicable. Do remember, this is also applicable. So first of all, internal function will be called. Internal function will be called. All the result, all the calculation will be done. result will be returned here only. That means at this point. Always remember wherever the function is called, जहां भी फंक्शन कॉल होगा रिजल्ट वापस वहीं आएगा. जहां फंक्शन कॉल होगा रिजल्ट वापस वहीं आएगा. यहां कॉल किया तो मैक्स विल बी रिटर्न here only and directly it will be printed. This is the example without storing. I want to print with return with the function which is returning some value. See this now. Simple है ये भी. Treat it like expression only. Function call हो गया, दिख रहा है आपको. Again नंबर एंटर करते हैं. इस बार मैं else वाला ट्रेस कर दूंगा. नेक्स्ट नंबर एंटर करा सपोज 45, लास्ट नंबर एंटर करा सपोज 77. सी इट नाउ. 45, 45, 77, no issue. First condition is false. 45 greater than 45. Of course, it is not true. It will check second. B greater than C. 45 greater than 77. It is also false. So where it will go? Directly to the else part. It will not execute this. Directly it will move to the else part. Where? Line number 10. See now. Line number 10. It will execute. Max is 77. Return max. Where it will return? Here only. Where the function is called. देखो. Return value 77. Print. एक साथ में हुआ. एक साथ में हुआ. Largest value is. And then the result of function where it is returned. This is also way. This is also way. ठीक है. One more last method. Instead of max equals to a, you can write return here also. Return a, return b, and return c. ये भी allowed है बेटा. सारी चीज सीखो. And here I am just storing. Suppose max equals to largest, or let me take m equals to largest and function, and let me print m. So in this example, what it will do? Simple. Do remember you can use the return statement 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, no problem. This is also one more way. What it will do? If this condition is true, then from line number 6 only, the function will be returned. It will not execute any of the portion. It will not go in the rest of the part of the function. From here only it will be returning. That means rest of the portion will not be checked as well as will not be executed. If this is false, this condition will be tested. If this is true, then from here only value will be returned to the function. And if both the conditions are false, then return C. C will be returned because C is largest and stored in M variable. See now. This is also the method. So you have to remember, I am just giving you few simple techniques that in any way you can do the question. Next input 34. Next input, suppose let me enter 23. Now see what will happen. First condition is tested. 56 is greater than 34, true. 56 is greater than 23. Both the conditions are true. From here only it will return. Line number 6 will be executed and then it will be returning. See now. Return value 56. Cursor is just below the return line, not on 7 line. What does that mean? From here only this function will be stopped. This function will be stopped and it will move to the place where it is called. So it will move to the line number 11 with the value of a, that is 56. 56 कहाँ आ गई? इधर. 56 M में store हुआ and then M is printed. See now. M 56 हुआ. Largest value is 56. That's it. This is all about non-argumented function with return and without returning. I hope you all have understood today's video.